All right, we are back, and so Lafdul, that has been the ink that you were able to get on that day.
Woohoo! I got a recipe.
Yep. Yep.
Suppose.
Even though it's a very difficult sounding recipe.
Not really. They're actually quite. The elven whisker cat is the hard part, and the feather, the Dowar
Well, we
feather.
used to have an elf of a cat. Maybe if you had stolen one of its whiskers.
Oh,
I mean, it's simple. You just transform into a cat and we cut off your whiskers.
won't they transform back into Lafdul?
Yeah, that would have to be a shapeshift where you physically change permanently, semi-permanently.
Was Yeldin's cat an elven cat?
Nope, it was a normal cat.
Ah, right, okay.
What makes an
Elven
elven
cats are
cat
quite
an elven
rare.
cat?
They
It's
are
got pointy
kind of
ears.
they're kind of suffused by the magic of elven communities.
Oh, is he telling me I have to go to winter space to whist?
I'm not telling you that you need to go anywhere in particular.
How would I know if it's an elven cat whisker?
mean,
You are familiar with elven cats. You would recognize one.
Well, I mean the whiskers.
Well, that would be a problem if you don't verify that it's from an actual elven cat. Personally, I mean, there might be some spells that you can cast that can determine that, but do you have them? Who knows? Maybe. So, and again, if you can figure out a way to be creative with these things, that's a-okay. So, you know. All right, so, Solas, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did you want to research a ink recipe?
Yeah, I will research Cure Light recipe.
Okay.
Let's see. I will just roll a d20, but the score would be, let's see, 15, 13 minus 1, so 12 plus 2, so 14. Well, not going to happen.
No. Actually, I think I will let you do the -4, but that will take another day.
Okay. So it won't be happening today.
Yeah.
What Lever's doing potion research?
Yeah, but I need to look up the rules for that because I don't have a recipe, and I didn't double check the rules because no one specifically said that they were looking into that. So I will need to. Don't worry about it. I'll just have to do that, and we can do a little bit of retconning, but you wouldn't be able to brew a potion in the phlogiston anyway. So
This was this. How did you come by this recipe? Is this like semi-randomly generated or?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
no, there.
Just wanted to
I know of
double-
I know of like half a dozen ink recipes, and they are too valuable for the spell levels. Like, one of them requires a red dragon scale for a burning hand spell, which is a little bit ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's doable, but it's also like, you know,
That sounds like something you would need for a fireball spell.
Well,
something a bit higher level.
yeah, I mean, so you can oftentimes substitute much more powerful, much rarer ingredients for lesser rarity things. So, like, if something called for a fire drake scale, yeah, you could substitute a a red dragon scale. But to need a red dragon scale for a burning hand spell, it seems a little bit over the top for me. So,
Yeah.
but I only know like of 6 of those, or 8 or something like that. There's not many.
Were they listed or?
Yeah.
Oh.
But they're not for any priest spells. They're all wizard spells. Most of them are level 1 spells too.
Foundation to work from.
And there are, certain monster descriptions will say, such and such body part is useful for spells relating to blah blah blah.
Oh, right.
And I've started
So when it
compiling.
says that,
I've started
it means...
compiling those lists.
Yeah.
All right, so
Was there any scrolls that Leva were interested in researching?
She's doing potion. It's going to be retconned, I assume.
Yep, she's going to look into potion.
So that'll just come around next session.
yeah. So you've got plenty more days in the phlogiston to do some other.
Well, I will try again with the -4, so it would be.
Hey, are we going to be communicating this spell research? Because Lafdul would have a go at Cure Light Wounds as well.
Because I'm going to allow you guys to share ink recipes now, I decided to change that. It's going to be a case where
if he fails,
fails, you can do it, but you're still taking the -4 penalty.
Oh,
because he's already looked. Your initial research would be looking over the same material that he is. Like, now he needs to sit down and reread certain segments in more detail that he was skimming before, kind of thing. That's why it's a -4. That's what I'm going to say.
all right.
So basically, if you were to try to research that now, you're just picking up where he left off.
All right, no, that makes sense. That's fine, I guess,
Okay.
unfortunately.
So it's 50-50 chance now.
I mean, it's an important one to get, so... Yay!
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, does that mean you're actually going to change the recipe by 1 ingredient, or
No. I decided that kind of on the fly that the same mechanic for trying to swap out an ingredient can be used to continue trying to get it when you fail.
Basically, one of the ingredients that I first tried was something that weren't compatible with the
No,
recipe.
not necessarily. I'm just gonna be doing the same mechanic.
or
I'm just gonna be doing the same mechanic. If you fail and you go again with the -4, then rather than substituting an ingredient, you need to read things that you just skimmed over before in more detail and try to suss out something that you missed last time.
Mm-hmm.
But because you've already looked at the stuff and you've skimmed it, it's less likely that you're going to find something that you missed.
Okay, and what's the recipe for this ink?
Okay, so this is going to require giant bee honey.
Am I allowed to write this down, or...?
Yeah, either of you
If
can.
I'm
anybody
writing it.
I mean, both
I'm
of you can
writing
write
it
it down
down.
if you want.
Giant bee honey?
Yep. Soot from bandages used to save a life.
Soot from bandages used to save life.
Plenty of
Okay.
those.
Well, specifically saved a life, not just bandaged an injury.
Yeah,
Wait,
basically the bandages that Braxon used to
Roger.
prevent Faradra dying would be the kind
That's
that we could
that
use.
That was me. That wasn't Braxon.
Or Ockar, I can't remember.
Hang on, this is the
but-
soot, so the grime of it.
No, soot. You need to burn them.
Oh.
Does
you,
that mean
you take the ash?
Yeah, you burn the exact
yes, sorry.
bandages and take the ash.
does
and
that
soot.
mean does that mean when we bandage people and save their lives, you're going to want to put the bandages to one side, save them?
Well,
Now that we got
those
a recipe
bandages,
for 'em.
those bandages that are used to prevent death, not just heal injuries.
Remember not to do this Malby and the phlogiston.
Oh yeah.
And is there more?
Yep. Hawthorn branches, boiled, dried, and powdered.
What branches?
Hawthorn.
Hawthorn.
Hawthorn. Yeah.
Branch boiled.
Hawthorn branches boiled.
What was it? Boiled,
Boiled, dried, and then powdered.
dried, powdered.
Okay.
Pretty sure I spelled that wrong, but I will. Fourth.
And then the quill
Mhm.
is a dove feather steeped in willow bark tea, powdered bloodstone, 10 gold pieces worth, and washed in the blood of a wounded person.
Dove feather steeped in willow bark tea. What was the gemstone?
Powdered
Powdered bloodstone.
tango. What was the last one? Sorry.
So the sorry,
Steeped in.
yeah. So let me rephrase. Steeped in willow bark tea and
Yeah.
powdered bloodstone that was washed in the blood of a wounded person.
Oh, powdered bloodstone, washed in. Sorry, in what?
In the blood of a wounded person.
Blood.
Okay.
Oh God.
And it was so that you can make ink for multiple batches, but each quill is for one use only.
Yes, but also I noticed that ink only keeps for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Now,
But
again,
ingredients for the ink keep longer.
well, they may. If the ingredients keep longer, then yeah, you can keep the ingredients around and just mix it up as needed.
Okay.
I've got to decide how I want to organize this in my document. See, the getting ink recipe is easy. The quill recipe. Healing sphere.
Now, on the
I don't know
second
whether or
day,
not-
did Lafdul want to do some further research?
I am gonna do memory read.
That's the
Oh.
3rd level one, right?
No, second.
Isn't that mind read?
No. Oh, mind read. Yeah, I'm going up the levels. I'll do mind read next.
The bloodstone was 10 gold pieces.
So I have a 9 to do this one. Ooh.
Okay. Just a second.
This is gonna get really awkward because I'm gonna have to organize this by appropriate level. I hate doing these. I mean, they're good, but it's annoying. when it comes to
And they
organizing.
are all most of them should be convoluted or difficult or something like that.
It's fine. It's just
Yeah.
organize it so it looks pretty in my document. It's easy to read.
Okay. So mind read, the 2nd level spell, right?
Yep.
Okay. That one will require giant octopus ink.
Giant octopus ink. Yep.
Mind flare skin, dried and powdered.
Yep.
And powdered mind flare bone.
Well, it's a good thing I've still got acorns on my player.
Yep.
All right. Nothing else on the ink side.
Nope.
Quill.
An owl feather, steeped in the ESPI of an Argos.
Alpha steeped in the eye of a
The
what?
essence of an ESPI of an Argos.
What? Hang on. Alpha steeped in the essence of a ESP. What's it called?
Eye
I.
of an Argos. Argos.
Alpha is steeped in the essence of a ESP I Argos.
Yep.
ARGOS.
Yep.
Cool. It's not out there at all.
Maybe. Now you need to find an Argos. Now you need to figure out what an Argos is.
Yeah. Well, obviously I found the recipe for it, so it must have some kind of a version of an Argos.
All right, Solas, do you have another one that you want to research?
Yeah, cure moderate wounds.
Okay.
So first one would be against. See, 17 minus 2, 15 minus 2, 13 minus 2, 11 plus 2 from the library, so 13.
I mean, since it's the same roll regardless of the spell level, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, for every
Just
spell,
make-
you can just make a list of, for first level spells it's this, for second level spells it's this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing a difference.
Okay. Unfortunately, you are not able to figure out an ink recipe from your current library.
Yeah, it goes with my current luck with the rolls.
Yours one was a better.
So you want to try again?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you rolled a 19.
Yep.
It's a
Well,
13.
The second one succeeded like
You
in the
gotta stop
previous one.
skimming over. God, you're such a cheat reader. That's what you got us lens of speed reading or something.
Yeah, he does.
Wait, so this is only taking him 12 hours a day to do research?
No, because much of this is also
Experimenting.
mental experimenting, thinking it over and trying to connect dots that are there but not explicit and stuff like that. All right, so that requires powdered ox dung.
Ooh, wait up. Powdered.
And
Okay.
giant beehive wax. As in the wax from a giant bee's hive.
Okay.
Powdered willow gallnut harvested after a spring rain.
Powdered willow.
Gallnut?
Yeah.
What? How do you spell that?
Gallnut.
Harvested.
Harvested during...
After.
what was it?
After
After.
a spring rain.
A spring rain.
Okay.
Ah, so making it rain of your own ability would be a way to do it as long as the season's appropriate.
Perhaps. And then the quill is a Pegasus feather steeped in willow bark tea.
Oh, this one doesn't have to be freely given, but yeah. Lafdul likes Pegasus. Pegasi, rather.
This one doesn't require any gemstones or such.
Nope.
Okay. Well, there's two scrolls scrolling recipes that I have researched but can't use for a quite long time.
Yeah, the willow and beehive stuff should be fairly. Well, it's convenient that they're similar.
But you can start making this. I need to get my icon before I can start making these
Yeah.
scrolls.
Well, this assumes that he has all the ingredients for any of them on hand.
Yeah, I don't. There. I'm only missing giant octopus ink for the actual ink part of it. But no, I can start flaying, grinding up an elephant after I've talked to it.
You have an owl feather, and you have the
No.
ESP eye of an Argos?
No, but the mind flare skin that's dried and powdered will last for ages. The same with the mind flare bones. I can prepare that and just keep it there. And just add it to my. Because I assume I'm not going to be able to. It'll take the course of a day.
What did...
And plus, I'm not going to keep a corpse around forever, so.
I mean, it'll probably take longer than that to do some of that stuff.
Yeah. Knowing that Well, yeah, I'll do it once we're in wild space and dwarven space. What do you call it? It's wild space, isn't it? Or
Well, wild space is the thing, as opposed to the phlogiston. But
yeah,
the
when we're in
sphere
wild
is
space.
forge space.
Yeah, when we're in wild space, I can use Speak with Dead, then we can dispose of the corpses. But before I dispose of the corpses, I'm going to harvest corpses.
Did you have any other
Telepathy
telepathy?
and memory read would be the next 2 spells.
Okay.
So I have a score of 8.
Alright, give me a second.
Nope, not on the first one. That'll be the 3rd day that's passed now.
Alright. Well, he took 2 days to get his, so you've got another day to do that.
Try again with a score of 5.
Oh, 4, wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Well, regardless, I failed
Okay.
twice. Unless I get something insanely low, I'm not getting that.
You can
That's with
try
telepathy.
one more time, but it would only succeed on a roll of a 1.
Nah.
I mean, it's 5% chance.
Well, no, it's just a case of I have to upgrade the library at that point.
Or find an
Oh.
appropriate book.
What is it? If I find an appropriate book, then what would that do, essentially? Sorry.
It would refresh the tryings, and you get
Yeah.
the +1 from the appropriate book.
So I would start again at...
From the base plus the appropriate book
Yeah.
+1.
Right, because there may be some things that when you get that one book, that may be like, oh, in this other book they talked about these 2 things together. I see how this works.
Alright,
Kinda
so yeah, that gives me notes that I need to find a book of mental sciences books or something.
Mental magic.
I'll try one more just to write it off at this point.
Okay.
I mean, you don't lose anything except 1 day for the trying.
Yeah. Alright, telepathy, I need to find... I'll make a note of that.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm putting that in red. So I just know. Red, where are you? Me going over to Solas, then back to me.
Sure. Solas.
I will try for the neutralize poison. The recipe idea that I gave you in Discord doesn't work. Or
Okay.
does it?
Let me take a look at that again.
It didn't have the quill part.
Yeah. So.
It had one of the rare ingredients in it.
I've always imagined it was something to do with a creature that has the antibodies, but yeah.
No, not
Resistance
necessarily.
to poison. No, that's just how I would have thought of it.
Let's see.
That one's got an exotic, so that's an adventure to get that. 4th level. Thing is, whole poison doesn't do nothing against instant death. It's literally only neutralized poison, so yeah. It's a shame because that would be a rare ingredient. It'd be a lot easier to get.
So keep in mind also that you can a scroll of protection from poison is the same equivalent level as neutralized poison.
Mm-hmm.
The effects are slightly different, obviously, of using one or the other, and the recipe would be different.
Yeah.
But it is
So you get
if you can
chances
if
for
you
each
can
one.
create a scroll of neutralized poison, you can also create a scroll of protection from poison.
Yeah, and the thing that I was researching was for the scroll of neutralized poison.
Okay. Let's see. I need one thing as a base. Hold on a second.
It's a shame because I've actually got a scroll of telepathy. It's not like I can reverse engineer it.
You can't just scratch the ink away and
There might be ways. There might be ways. Just saying. There might be ways. All right. So, Solas, go ahead and roll for neutralized poison.
oh, that's a direct success.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So, you need powdered bluestone, 100 gold pieces worth.
So powdered bluestone, 100 gold pieces worth.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Water lily nectar.
Okay.
Acacia gum.
Okay.
Venom from the serpent hair of a Medusa, milked while she is still alive.
Oh, hang
Venom
on.
from,
Venom milked from a Medusa while she is still alive.
The serpent hair of a Medusa while she is still
What?
alive.
Hang on. Venom.
Serpent hair.
yeah,
Hang on.
Medusa have serpent hair.
Yeah, they have snake hair.
Oh, milked from.
We're going to see mass suicide by priests. Oh, I need the hairs! And off they go.
I mean, you know,
Okay.
this is just what you
You
gotta do
gotta be
sometimes.
smart. You need a very reflective shield to hold in front of your face.
Okay.
You just paralyze it. You just don't look at them.
No. If you have a reflective shield, you turn the Medusa into stone, and then you can't milk out the poison from the snakes on her head.
But you
Yeah.
What
can't get
happens?
the snake on her head.
Oh, what happens if we blind a Medusa?
These are all things that you could try.
Does the snake have to still be a snake, or can it be stone?
Well, it's
Uh,
kind of
you
hard
get
to
the
Can't really
kind of hard
milk
to milk the
stone.
venom out of stone.
No. You said we had to get Medusa hair too.
No, venom
No,
from
no,
the
they have
serpent
snake
hair of
hair.
a Medusa milked while she is still alive. Because the snakes on her head, those are snakes. They're poisonous.
Yeah.
You can milk the venom from them.
Ah, I got it. We
Yeah.
use it to turn the stone, and then we blindfold it and tie it up, and then somebody cast stone to flesh.
So we have to knock her out.
But you still have to control the poison of serpents.
Yeah, and she
Those
has to be alive.
serpents are their own entity.
Oh, are
no-
they humanoid or are they monster? Because if they're monster, you just cast Toad Monster.
I mean, these are all things that you will have to.
It's quite
Let's try.
simple. It's quite simple. We get the blindness spell cast on Lafdul, and then he just has to grapple with the Medusa.
Well, no, I've got
Get it to
bad
bite
sight.
him.
What about the rest of the ingredients?
Yeah.
Last thing is the quill, which requires the feather of a winged serpent.
A naga. No, they're not. What do you call those flying things? I don't know if Lafdul would know that.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I remember fighting against them in Ability. You know what I mean? There's flying snake things in there. I forgot what you could call them now.
I'm not sure if they had feathered wings.
Wait,
Yeah, these are specifically feathered winged serpents. Most generally in Central American mythology and folklore.
Feather of a winged serpent.
Yep.
That was almost an easy recipe apart from that one part.
I mean,
Super
And
easy.
Venom
You
doesn't-
just
there's always possibility of developing some substitute for that venom milk from
Oh
serpent
yeah, that
hair
is
of
something you
Medusa.
could do.
you just gotta milk the serpent hair. That's all. Don't worry about
You
it.
could do
It's not-
research on the
Milk
recipe,
the
see if you can
snake.
get an easier recipe.
So just so you know, you're not likely to get an easier ingredient. You're just likely to get a different ingredient.
Yeah, but
Wait,
it might be
does it have?
substantially easier.
Can we do a basilisk?
Basilisk wouldn't help. in
Protection
this
from
situation.
petrification. A
Basilisks
fragment
are
of a.
similar enough. They petrify people.
Yeah, but it's the poison from the snake hair.
Basilisks
Some
are poisonous.
basilisks, some are, yeah.
The thought is that we get a similar enough creature that petrifies and poisons, and maybe it'll work.
That is true, actually. They are very, very similar.
Maybe. Who knows?
Old's favourite catchphrase, you don't know. Gotta get in there once a week.
Of course. And you
And hey, if
never
we ever
know
go
when
up
it might
against
show up.
basilisk, I can fight it. I got the basilisk slaying sword.
Oh, I don't like my description. Venom milked from a Medusa snake hair while she's still like. I
That
need
works.
to write that.
I have just a venom milk from serpent hair of a Medusa while she is still alive.
Yeah, that's better. Venom.
Solas's is what I said. Yours wasn't.
There was one spell also that I was figuring the ink for. Thinking about figuring the ink.
Mm-hmm.
Impart knowledge.
Yeah. I have a recipe for that if you want to go with it.
Okay. Yeah, not going to happen.
Well, not with that roll.
What's
You can still try again.
Oh well, no, that should be a.
No, there's no crit fails, no crit successes, and with proficiency checks, if there was going to be a crit success, I would go with landing exactly on the number you needed for a crit success anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe a success is that he does discover a recipe. It's just reversed.
Nah. You want to try again?
Yeah. Well, that succeeds.
All right.
God, what is it with your fail first time round?
Not for neutralize poison. That
Oh, yeah.
that succeeded.
You broke the
first.
habit.
Okay. This requires ash from a Thought Eater's bill.
As from Thought Eaters. What was the last word?
Bill.
Bill.
Yep.
Okay.
Like a bird's beak.
Yeah.
Sap from a 400-year-old oak tree.
Okay.
An ounce of blood from the scroll maker.
Oh, yes, it's
Okay.
a unique spell. To safe.
And feather of a living giant owl.
Okay. Well, that's not too complicated.
Obviously, I didn't write that down, considering it's got no use for me.
Yeah, you can't make that.
You having access to thought spells that you. No sphere too.
You might be able to use it.
Yeah, I'd probably use it if you made it, but.
So
This
so
looks
now
like when I-
now like some of these things like an Argos, you guys don't know what an Argos is. You see the reference to it, but now you need to research what an Argos is. Same thing with Thought Eater.
Surprised we didn't come across any of those when we were up against the illicits.
So this is day 5? Or was it day 6?
I think it's day 6.
Do I get memory read? That's going to be my last spell. For the moment.
Okay. Let's see.
I need an 8 on a 3rd level spell. Wait, is it 8? Oh, no, I've lost my own score now, damn it. Minus 9. Yeah, it's 8. Yeah. Can I roll for all?
Sure.
Yeah.
You want to try again?
Yeah. 8 down to 4, so it's fail. Nope, that's 3rd level's just beyond me. Alright, memory reads failed.
I mean, you can try one more time for a 1.
Can you succeed on the 1?
Yeah.
Alright, so I can roll that out. That spells so... Oh, there must be a reason why Aravan doesn't give you major access to full. Alright, memory read failed. You know what the irony is? I've probably got the spoken bonus on me. I just don't realise it.
Oh well.
Have to find out later.
I think as a player that I see myself going to the plane traveling in future.
I've got a scroll that can do that, but obviously I'll never learn the spell myself.
I have spells that can take me to the necessary place. Like
Telepathy. Yeah, telepathy was the one spell that I really want to get, ideally.
As a player, thought eaters are creatures that live in border ethereal.
Oh, fun.
So,
Did you also want to do spell immunity?
Oh, how many days are we going to spend doing this?
You got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks in the
Is that the only one you had the rest before, I take it? Yeah.
I mean, that's the only other one that was mentioned to me, so... If there are other things that you want, it's going to have to wait until another session.
I will spend the rest of the time learning Dwarven.
Okay.
Yeah, I would still get to indicate it if I wrote down the spell. What
sorry?
spell upon... If I were to write that on a scroll and I cast it, would I be able to choose what spell? Or would I have to predetermine it? Because you need the spell components of the spell that you're becoming immune against.
It would not be predetermined, but I'd have to think about whether it would require you to have the spell components on hand or not.
Because, that's...
I mean, it would not be predetermined. You would not make spell immunity for Fireball. Although you could, like if you included the ingredients for the spell components in the ink, I would say that yes, you can make a special version that is specific for just spell immunity for fireball or whatever spell you want. Otherwise, it would just be the standard spell immunity, and then you'd probably
read
have to
off the
supply
scroll.
and you'd have to
yeah.
supply the ingredients on.
Yeah, that's how I presume it would be
Yeah.
normally done.
I'm
Right,
guessing
yeah.
most of these ingredients that I found out for these inks are something that I could acquire from other people in the profession.
Generally,
Yeah,
there should
sure.
always be at least one that you cannot just acquire. So, now, again, you can always be creative. So,
Alright. I will try my luck against this, I suppose. Was a 7. Yeah, 7 and a 3. Nope. 3. Nope.
Nope.
Should I roll again for 1?
yeah, I'll let you.
Yeah.
Nope.
Spell immunity is not on there. Spell. Let's see. We've had no random encounters.
Nope, it's been quiet so far. Braxon,
Yep.
give me a proficiency check for carpentry.
Oh, I might be able to get rid of some wood. Well, I will be able to get rid of some wood. The question is, will it do any good?
Is it good wood?
Is it good wood? 12.
I'm pretty sure you said you needed a 16 before.
Yeah.
Oh. During this time, I would have asked.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So, Braxon, with your supervision and the supervision of the 2 other carpenters.
2.
Yeah, I pretty sure you do have 2. I went back on that. 3 hull points have been repaired.
Woohoo!
Right.
And that did, of course, take 3 hull points worth of wood.
Yeah. So.
All right, Lafdul, you were saying?
What's Finn doing? Because he said he was taking out the plants. I mean, if he's got spare time, if he can make more of that sleeping tea, I would like more.
That's up to him.
I could work on that.
I mean, it's only if you've got time to cure. I mean, it's useful to have, and you can't always prepare if it takes like a day to make one. I mean, it's been like several days, so I don't know however many you want to do.
Let's see. How much do I have for that? I have 7 more sets of herbs. I might as well just go for them all.
All right.
This is something I would be quite happy to fund your endeavors for. So, I mean, yeah, it's useful for what I have its intended purpose for, but it's also useful for yourself.
So, it's herbalism.
Yeah, generally he can't buy the stuff. He needs to find the stuff himself, so.
Yeah, well.
I want to say that was herbalism at -2. I gotta look that up again.
You put a proficiency point in it as well, so.
Yep.
I still don't like that. Only a +1. For an
Herbal.
What's your intelligence?
Oh no, there's an additional -2, I believe.
Yeah, it should be
make
-1 now because you put a point in it.
I know, but there's an additional -2 to making the tea.
Oh.
Yeah, all of the different things that he can make have additional modifiers.
A -3, actually.
Yeah.
Nope, not
You
happening.
make something. You make coffee instead. Could you actually try that and just find out it has the opposite effect?
No. He basically spilled this, like while he was making it. Maybe the
Tayan
the
drinks
ship
it, falls asleep.
No, so first of all, he's not brewing the tea right now. He's grinding up the relevant herbs so that it can then be brewed into tea. Because of course you're in the phlogiston.
He has heat metal.
Yes, but you would
If he wanted.
you would only actually make it into a drinking form when
When
you're
you're ready to
about
use it.
yeah when you're ready to use it. When you're
Oh,
about to
yeah.
give it to someone. So he's just mixing the herbs and grinding them up in such a way that then they would be brewed at the time that you want to use it. But no, like the ship hit a flow eddy and at just the wrong moment, and it spilled the stuff.
Okay then.
So you have 6 more that you can do.
Just got to get to the right spot on the sheet here. There it
Well,
is.
I mean, if you know what the number is, you can just roll the d20.
All right, so it'd be 10. So it'd be a 7.
Nope. There you go. You got one.
1.
2. Nope. 3. Nope.
And that's all 7 of them.
Okay. So you got 3 applications. I mean, it's still pretty good, what you got.
Yep.
And I will say that it's like a pot of tea, not a cup of tea that this makes.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. But you need to brew it all up at once in a pot rather than split it up into cups. I choose to be generous here.
Yeah, I know you made me one previously, and I wrote that on my sheet, but I'm trying to find where the hell it is. This, what the hell is it?
Well, that's up to you to find. I mean, I would kind of imagine that, Finn, you'd at least keep one for yourself, just to...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep one on me.
I mean, at least one. It's up to you. Just no reason to put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. I'd be quite happy to sponsor that again anyway, whenever you want to do it again. It's useful.
Well, it's easier to make with fresh herbs, so.
Just take you to Green Shield or somewhere.
Yeah, you might be able
Plenty
to
of
do that.
herbs there. There's also a Behir, Wyverns, fairies. Oh, I say fairy sprites.
I'm waiting
lots
for you
of
to
stuff.
get a recipe where
Pixies.
I'm waiting for you to get a recipe where you need the hair from a tail of a bonacon.
That would be a bit hard to come by somehow.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so anything further that anyone wants to work on specifically on the trip? You got about a week left in the flow.
How long is it into Forge space?
About a week to forge space.
While we're
I'm not-
rebuilding the ship, is there anything anyone changed?
No, it's about 2 weeks before we actually get to our destination. I might try my hand at learning a spell, but I mean, there's a chance I might lose the attempt and we get encountered. How
Well,
much of an interruption?
Remember, it's 2 weeks per spell level, so
Yeah, I know. It would be a first level spell.
Okay.
If you get encountered for the day, but you're able to resume it the next day, is that still okay, or would I lose a week?
You would lose a day. That would ruin the day, so it just puts it...
Back a day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Old previously stated that you basically lose 1 day per 1 day you are not researching.
I don't know how much spare time Braxon would have supervising repairs and.
No, because I've
running
got to
things.
grind up the mind flares and stuff, so I won't have time to do it.
Right.
I mean, weren't you going to talk with them before?
Yeah, that's why I've got to wait until we're out, so I won't have time to do spell research. I might. This can be retconned, but I will be doing other ink recipes. I will be doing Cure Serious.
Okay. Probably gonna need to wait until...
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Later.
just saying this is what I'm going to be doing during the
Well, I
week.
mean, you're going back to Brawl Space after this as well, so...
Yeah.
You got a return trip. And that might also be a time when you want to do some spell research. Okay.
I'm a bit limited in what I can do otherwise.
So you're going to be doing the grinding up of the bones and drying the skin, or do you have to wait until after the... Oh, you only have the corpses that you are going to speak with dead, correct? Too?
Yeah, the
So
one elephant.
You
And
can't do that. You can't.
yeah,
take
that's
any
why I
corp-
got to wait until we're out.
Okay. All right. The rest of the trip through the flow is uneventful. Braxon, give me another carpentry check.
Will do. Da-da. Oh, I thought that was me.
What? Oh, the
That was-
18?
That was well. Yeah, that was well timed by Finn. I went, oh no, I rolled an 18, and I thought, hang on, that's not me.
But the 18 was 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
All
Well,
right.
It looked like it just came up.
I've noticed that if you're tabbed out of the screen and then go back, it'll redo the last roll.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The visual roll, yeah, it will.
Yeah,
One day before we leave the flow, I'll refresh my temporary healing potions, so I'll tick them down at 6 days.
Okay.
So, is that another 3, or another 2, or another 1?
It's another 2, but you do
So
use up
we've
3.
lost 3.
Yeah, you do use up 3 whole
Yeah.
points of withwood. One of
I
the
will,
carpenter's work was not sufficient.
I will say to
Damage appeared worse than expected. Yeah, go ahead.
Finn, if you want the berry bushes are harvestable by now, if you want to use them for good berry, that's what I normally do with them. There's enough for like a whole roster. I cast about 6 spells and I can use up all the berry bushes, so
Okay.
Is
you've
there,
got 6 good berry bushes worth of berries.
is there enough to harvest herbs from your stuff?
We last harvested them on the Citadel. It's been about 3 weeks, at least, and another week, if they're monthly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we get to Forge Space, you can do them.
So I only need for 2 usage for it.
Okay. So you get to the crystal shell of Forge Space. It covers your entire vision in front of you like a enormous black wall. Although you only sight it about 12 hours away, kind of thing.
Right, I think Braxton's going to want to be prepared for an attack.
Okay.
Just before we leave the phlogiston,
Mhm.
Finn is going to go to the kitchen, make some stew, and cast fortifying stew on it.
Oh, that was a spell that I wanted to learn.
Okay. How are you going to make the stew?
I have cooking proficiency.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna say you
heating
can't cook it.
metal.
Yeah, I can
You're
use
gonna
heat metal
you're
to
gonna
just
use
heat up a
metal?
pot.
Okay. All right. That's what I wanted
Ooh.
to check.
Very clever.
That's incredibly useful. How long does heat metal actually last?
Hickamus would have taken you as his personal servant.
Yeah, Higmus really wanted that.
I think you mean butler.
No, Higgimus would have taken him as a personal tea brewer.
Yes.
All right. So, a fortifying stew. How many dishes can that make? Who gets it? And
I can make. Let me get back to druid stuff here.
Is
I
it
can
common for druids?
make
Yeah, it
one
is.
bowl per level. So I
Okay.
can make 6 bowls, so I will give it to the
6 party members. Because
yes.
Higmus is MIA.
Surely,
Yep.
surely, if it's fortifying stew, there's 40 of them.
Fired.
I think.
all right.
Yeah.
So everyone gets temporary hit points, if I remember correctly.
It's a
1d4,
1d4.
1d4 plus 1 temporary hit points for let's see.
I assume if we're all eating from the same
2
thing,
hours
it's gonna-
plus 1 round per caster level.
2 hours plus 1 round.
That's
No,
what
no,
it
that's
says.
it's a typo in the description. It's obvious that it's a turn. I remember that now. I do remember that
Okay.
error. So it's 2 hours plus 1 turn per level. So
Okay.
3 hours.
Poetry.
And
Solas is basically giving a go-away present for a Faradra.
you don't know that
she
she's
actually.
leaving. You don't know that she's leaving.
How many?
I say,
How many?
Players know that she's leaving because
Sorry,
it's obvious.
how many hit points for how long?
1d4 plus 1 for everyone for 3 hours.
And you lose those first.
Yeah.
And I don't get many.
Yeah, so
Well, I
everyone
assume it'll
rolls.
be-
No, everyone rolls.
Really?
It's different for everyone. Yes.
Okay.
This is going to be a lot of rolling.
That's fine.
Wow. Worked for leather. I mean, this is
She
one
feels
person
she
who
feels
wins.
invigorated by this delicious stew.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Finn, you have to make this more often. I feel really good.
Yeah. That's the best stew I've had in my life.
Lafdul's like, I've had better, but it's still nice.
Ockar, you haven't
Well,
rolled?
if you don't want to finish yours, I'll have it.
No, never mind.
Okay. Roll
Lafdul's not
1d4.
going hungry. Where'd you put temporary hit points in? I've never
I mean,
had
you can just
temporary.
put them on top of your regular hit points. Like,
Well, I can just put like 43 over 40.
yeah.
That's a very good idea.
We have no tokens on this map, correct?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
just
but
do
you
it in
can
the
do it
character
on the character sheet.
Well,
Oh.
unless you're planning on jumping overboard.
Do you want me to pull you over to a sheet with your token on it?
No, it's okay.
Okay. You can always ask me if that's the case, if I'm just on a visual kind of sheet. So
No, I'll just put my hit points up to 77 over 72.
Oh wow, you got a lot of hit points.
you got 5, yeah.
No,
Leva,
I mean,
Leva and Braxon
big
got a good amount there.
Level feels really wow. 27 hit points. She's gonna go into melee next time we have a fight.
Wow, alright.
I like the fact that the creator of this stew got the least amount of it.
Yeah, everyone else got a better roll. Yeah.
He's got to balance out
used
the,
to it. He's used to it. That's the thing. It's not as effective for him because it's like Iocane powder, you know. All right, so you get to the sphere wall. Use your portal locator to find a portal into Forge space.
Yeah.
And transition in.
Yeah, I think we'd be going to battle stations before we go through.
Okay.
We'll have who wants to borrow our Higamitsu spyglass? Braxon or someone else?
Give it to
Someone
the
else
other
not be-
gift temporarily.
What, you want that guy to pretend to be Higamus?
Yeah. He's a higher rank, right? He's better. We've got the Higamus 2.0.
All right, I thought one of you guys would do
Once
it.
Because I
I'm
can't
just-
use it, so...
Once
Yeah,
we
I'm-
enter the forge space, I will cast Contact Home Powers.
Yeah, I'm basically saying we should be looking out all around for any ships in the area or in the distance.
Oh, that means Ockar's getting the spell suddenly when he rests here for the first night.
Maybe.
Something for him to look forward to.
I mean, his deity may not be
Oh.
worshipped here.
Oh.
Yeah, Finn is going to attempt to contact home power as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Lafdul will have to do his as well.
What's the casting time on that?
1 turn.
Okay. It'll take more than that to get into spelljamming speed as you pull away from the sphere wall.
Does Paladin not get level 1 spells everywhere?
Because he leveled up in the Phlogiston, he needs to be in a sphere with his deity to be instructed on how to gain spells,
Yeah.
essentially. Once he knows that, then his faith will sustain him there.
Right.
But he needs to know how to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
And I am trying to find my description of Forge Space. Where did that go?
I have my lay on hands at least.
Yeah, you do still have that.
And cure diseases.
And you'd need to rest anyway to, so it's not gonna, you're not gonna be getting it right now anyway, so.
Oh, what spells do I take?
So, do we see anything attacking us?
Yeah, I was looking for my description of Forge Space. No, not yes to that. Sorry, I thought you were saying, what do we, do we
There
see
was...
planets?
Can we do a tiny bit of retcon?
Maybe.
Tiny bit. I would have cast like no customs on the orcs and the kobolds to know if how they would be treated, basically. The expectation for that customs. So I'm just trying to see if I can gauge that. If I can, I can, but that's what I would have done during the time.
Kobolds is going to be tell them what to do and give them
Go
food.
to other master.
Yeah, I'd say that for the kobolds. It's very simple. For the orcs, highly ritualistic, and the details on how they expect to be treated is based on a whole host of variables on how they conducted themselves in combat, how their enemies conducted themselves in combat, but they also like, this is all expectations based on other orcs, and they have no expectations from, like, goblins, hobgoblins, or elves, or anything else like that.
No, but I suppose I would just convey that to the Braxon.
Okay.
The Braxon, the officer.
Yeah,
of our
The
group.
Braxon.
Braxon says to Lafdul, if you
Yeah.
talk to them before we drop them off somewhere,
Yeah.
I want you to leak some information that is not correct to them.
Sure.
So when we leave them off somewhere, we don't want to know what's fact or where we're going. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I want
that's
you to
fine.
I want you to be talking to them and then to turn to me and say, when are we going to the name of some other crystal sphere?
The crystal sphere is universal in languages.
What I'm saying is, say, when are we going? We don't want to say Crin space, but you could say, when are we going to? I don't know.
Yeah, but I'd be talking to them mentally, but talking to you verbally. But if it's in a language you don't know, unless that word, when you say a sphere, is universal in Elvish, Dwarvish, Common, Orcish, etc., it's going to be gobbledygook.
Well-
That's why I'm asking Old, is sphere names universal? Is it the same in Dwarven? Is it the same in Elvish?
It is not. It is typically translated.
Right.
Unless they have their own name for it. And sometimes you may take, like, you're aware of an elven sphere called Darnanan. which is an Elvish word, and but it is not translated into Common as something space. So it does vary.
Yeah. Right, so
But at the same time, you don't know. Like sometimes, you know, if there aren't any elves in a sphere, you know, they have no settlement, they have no people there. They may use the common term in Elvish. So, you know,
Well,
and
it doesn't have to be exactly that. What I'm basically getting at is that if you could make one of them think that we've accidentally leaked our destination to them, and someone comes along and says, "Where are we going?" it might throw them off our scent for a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I'm not against the idea. I just had my doubts, so if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't.
okay.
Might be easy with the kobolds then.
All right. So, upon entering the sphere, you see the stars on the sphere wall, you know, to your sides and stretching out along the great curvature of the sphere. And the ones close to you, you can see are giant glowing coals, like, you know, right out of a fire. And you can see the 3 planets of Forge Space arrayed before you. The closest one is the outermost world, the Ruin. And that one is shattered in such a way that it is now looks like a wrecked crescent world with a trail of asteroids along behind it. And that one is actually resting in the horns of a great, enormous, long-necked creature that looks kind of like a combination between a goat and a giraffe, with shaggy gray fur.
So hang on.
Mm-hmm.
The ruin is like an asteroid cluster being.
No, it's like a sphere, and someone smashed it, and half of it broke off, and now it's all trailing off behind it in space.
Right.
So no one knows for sure whether that's what happened, but that's what most people look at it think of.
Oh, that's
why it's
Mordin's Anvil is the next one.
Yeah, that's why that one is called the Ruin, because it looks like someone ruined it.
Right.
And you do know that there are dwarven and gnomish settlements on there. And you can actually see, even from this distance, like enormous waterfalls going into the portion that, you know, the interior portion that may have been the center of the world at one point.
So the ruin is the smashed one.
Yeah.
So we could dump off our unwanted passengers there.
Or on one of the asteroids.
Yeah.
The innermost planet, Morden's Anvil, that one is actually on the far side of the sphere from where you are right now.
Right.
And that one is a slightly concave flat world. And it is held so that the concave side is facing the primary. And it is held in the claws of a great gray bird, like a hawk or some other sort of raptor, that slowly flies around the sphere. And then the primary itself is the hammer. Looks very much like a hammer. The has a rectangular centerpiece and a long protrusion like a handle coming off of it. The handle is where you went before, the handle part.
Yeah. So the hammer head is the sun.
Yeah, that's the one that glows.
Handle you can walk on.
But only part of it glows. Like like if you look at a claw hammer, you've got the head and then the rear portion. Even though this is rectangular, only part of this glows brightly, and it rotates, and that's what gives the anvil nighttime when the bright part is facing away from it.
Right.
So you start to accelerate away from the crystal shell, starting off at
So
tactical speed. Mm-hmm.
I know Solas wants to take these guys off to be trialed. I'd rather get rid of them on the ruin. Do we want to have a quick vote?
Dropping them off?
Yeah. Do you want to drop them on the ruin or take them to be tried? I'd rather get rid of them.
I mean, you could even drop them off on the giant.
I kind of said to
goat
them
giraffe thing
that we would drop them off somewhere.
Right.
They would be given.
I say we just drop them off.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yep.
Well, that means the reason why I'm asking is that determines what our course is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's just drop them off.
You drop them off at like ruin or somewhere.
And you don't have to decide until you get, close to the planet itself. But you've got all of those asteroids, you've got the ruin itself, and you've got the giant giraffe goat thing. That has gravity, that has air. You could drop them off there.
The giraffe goat thing.
Yeah. That holds the ruin.
Oh, right. The giraffe holds the broken planet.
Yeah, it's in the horns. It's resting in between the horns.
Oh, so it's like a star beast.
It is a star beast. Yes, it is a star beast.
Right. Got ya. Anyone interested in any particular bit of this thing? Doesn't really matter where we land.
Not really?
I got a question for actually.
Well, I mean, you can also decide when you get close to it, and get a better view of what's there.
I just thought it would have a bearing on our heading, or have a bearing on our bearing.
It just takes a few extra hours depending on where you want to drop it off. Yes, Lafdul.
Does my icon recharge if I have contact home power up?
I believe it recharges regardless because it's not. I needed to double check that.
Because I'm sure it has to be in a sphere that my deity's venerated, or the Saldaran at the very least, or a friendly deity. I'd assume. It'd be a bit odd if it just stalls magical essence of a deity. Or servants, rather.
They recharge only in a sphere that is accessible to the priest's god.
Yeah, alright.
There must be established group of worshippers somewhere in the sphere.
It is not possible to recharge one through... It has the wrong spell name, but that's the thing. So no, it doesn't recharge there.
Alright, so I'm still at... Well, no, they've gone down to 6. So it's 2 to refresh 2 spells.
But with contact home power, then you don't need to use it.
Yeah, but when I go back in the flow, I'm going to have a very limited number of third levels to recharge.
Okay. So you pull far enough away from the sphere wall to get into spell jamming speed, and you're in it for barely a moment when you drop back out again, and a member of the watch calls out, "Ship off the starboard bow!"
Oh dear.
Yay, fun.
The ship you see reminds you of the one that you saw upon entering the phlogiston, except whereas that one had one long protrusion of tentacles coming off the front, this one has 2, and appears to have a spiral shell laid on its side across 2 bows, almost like a catamaran.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do too good at running away before.
Oh.
This one seems more like their warship.
Yes.
This one does seem bigger, given that the hulls with the 2, long extended tentacle rams are similar in size to the Nautiloid.
Well, this can't be good.
No. Round 2.
Speak
Fastest.
with Dead's really quick spellcasting.
Wait, do I feel anything?
The kind of buzz in the back of your mind has gone up a notch and is more of a pressure now.
But do I feel anything from my god or anything?
No.
Okay.
Not specific.
Must not be venerated here.
So it's about 17 hexes away, and it is signaling you. However, it is
Yeah.
also approaching slowly.
Yeah. Okay.
That might
Braxon's
be more
going to
cautious.
have a
but,
look through the telescope and see what it's saying.
Okay.
Braxon, do you recognize this? Can we get away if Leva runs to the helm now?
Well, the tactic they used before seemed to stop us. I think they're going to teleport aboard again.
We get
And then
people
we
in
lose
Helm's
your
room.
spells.
Can't we just flee?
We tried
Ow.
it before and they teleported on the helm room.
Well then,
Have some people on the helm room.
well, okay, then we'll have our best guys in the helm room ready to protect it, and then keep playing.
So Leva runs to the helm room this time.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna head up to
going
the helm room as well.
Yeah, I'm going to the helm room, expecting them to try the same tactic.
Okay.
Yes.
Finn will as well.
All right.
That's like I'm having ranged weapons, just unloading on them straight away.
And she
Alright.
arrives at the helm room and she goes, "Stop! Go! Get away! Let me sit down."
You off now.
Numeriel is like looks at you in surprise, like what?
So
Wait,
what are
wait, there's a ship outside. We have to get away. Let me get to the seat. Get
Oh.
off! Get off!
Oh, right, of course. She
what are
vacates the helm.
what are they signaling?
Okay. The signal that you read from that vessel ends up being kind of similar to the last one. They say, the message reads, "We greet you in peace. We are the Thoughts of Trade out of Haven, and wish to purchase or barter for an item you possess. Price is negotiable. We have many items that might be of interest to a vessel of your sort."
Braxton says, we have no items for sale.
Yeah, we just pretty much just say it how it is. Don't let them get close. Just say we dealt with their last ship.
Yes, tell them we got rid of it.
We disposed of your last ship. Now just
Braxton's not going to say anything about the last ship.
really,
At
they're
least
very
slowly.
aware of that. There,
Yes.
They
last
might
ship
be.
Just
At least signals very slowly.
Yeah, Braxton's signaling back very slowly.
Okay, they are approaching slowly.
Yeah.
Can we get away fast?
Maybe. So what do you
Let's do
signal
that.
to them, Braxon?
Braxton is signaling. Thank you for your kind offer. Unfortunately, we are not a merchant ship and have nothing for sale.
We are not interested. Please go away.
No, he's not going to say that. He's being quite polite and keeping it a bit long-winded and signalling as slow as he can without making it too obvious that he's signaling slowly. To try to give Lever more chance to get on the helm and move us.
Okay.
I take.
Basically, he's trying to stall so that we can start trying to get away.
Then go ahead and roll for initiative, so that we can see who moves when. This does not necessarily mean that combat is actually starting. It's just to determine who moves when.
Is it
Right.
us or is it the ship?
I think we have to
You
click on our
yeah,
ship.
click on the ship.
what's
That's plus 12, isn't it?
Yep. Yes, Lafdul, you had a question?
what's the name of that ship? The Thought.
Thoughts of Trade.
Solas also heads to the
I say
helm's
to
room.
the party, should I question the elephant? It takes me about a
you're
moment.
you're down below
Yeah, I know. I'm planning on running
decks,
to
but
those courses.
you're down below decks when Braxon is up on deck signaling.
Oh, we
Yeah.
got to speak to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we do. Someone else would have to relay the message down. Who's standing near Braxon?
Well, I could relate to the rest of the party. I don't necessarily have to relate to Braxon.
All the spellcasters seem to go to the helm room. Who's still up with Braxon?
I went
Okay.
up to the helm room as well.
Yeah,
You
I
went to the helm room as well.
If we take the first roll, it was 2 plus 12 is 14.
I think
Alright.
all the casters, everyone went to the helm.
Braxon.
Well, if they
Braxon,
try the same tactics, it's the best place to be. prepared.
Braxon, in that case, will ask one of the crewmen to repeat what's coming in and going out down the speaking tube.
okay. So I just needed to check to see what their modifier was.
Did you roll the initiative lower? Because I can't click on the ship properly.
Yes, I did. Do you see if we are on 14?
Yeah.
You can't click on the.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
you're
seem
on.
to have a drawing thing.
Yeah, you're
rather
on the
than a
drawing
movie thing.
tool. That's why
How do I undo that?
I took care of it.
Okay.
Okay, so they have moved slowly towards you. At this point, Leva would be on the helm.
Yeah, Braxon calls down the speaking tube. Leva, when you go on the helm, move away, best possible speed.
All right, we do that.
All right, so you're gonna. Do you want to turn or do you want to go straight?
Probably want to turn.
Do we want to turn?
Well, they look like they're headed straight towards us.
In that case, yeah, let's turn.
So I think you want to turn.
You turn. You take it. You direct the ship.
So
Right,
you
I
have a current SR of 6, but since you just swapped helmsman and had to come to a stop, you have a speed change of 2. So your first round is going to be 2, second round is 4, third round is 6.
Sorry, the thoughts of the sphere.
Thoughts of trade, out of haven.
Thoughts of trade.
Out of haven.
Thoughts of trade out of haven. Alright, yeah, no, so I conveyed to the party, it's like, if we're gonna be attacked, that Illithid noble might know this ship and its capabilities. Do I question the dead? I'm saying this to the party that's in the helms room.
Yeah, you lot can decide. So, Ald, you said 2. Does 1 get used up for turning?
Yes.
Right. So we'll go. This way is the heading, is it?
Yeah.
Right. So we'll turn that way, and then we go 1.
Okay.
What's the reason for that?
Because they are. Hang on. Where's the little arrow? Yeah, they're heading the way they're heading towards us. We need to get 20 hexes away from them.
I'm just.
And heading towards them doesn't necessarily get us 20 hexes away from them.
Yeah,
That allows them to try and ram us.
the reason why I'm asking is because if you had gone clockwise, no, it would.
Remember, if you were to turn around and go back, you'd be going in the direction of the sphere wall.
Yeah.
So
Lafdul would suggest to the party and to some crew, make sure the prisoners, because they are prisoners, are secure and away from weapons. Any potential weapons, because they might turn against us if this turns ugly.
Yeah.
They will turn against us.
Yep. If they turn against us, they'll get crossbow bolts in them.
But we can only spare so many crew members to do that at the same time. Do we barricade the door?
They should be locked in.
yeah, they're locked
But
in.
we're not
Yeah.
tying them up when they're not eating.
Do we tie them up now?
You have not said that you were doing that, so
I'd
okay,
say
fair
that
enough.
we tie them up. We can't take the risk that they fight us.
Would agree with that.
if they
but
fight us, we point swords at them.
If you do that now rather than when we're in the phlogiston, then you're sending a load of crewmen in who they could attack and try and steal their weapons. So I think we've lost that chance.
Not really. We're the ones holding the weapons.
Well, you're down there. If you want to organise it, go ahead. Grab
Alright.
some crewmen.
Yeah, unless people, is anyone going to disagree with me? Because I kind of want back.
No, go for it. Go for it. But
other than Braxon, can someone else speak up?
I think
I'm
it's a
not
good idea.
against it or for it in either direction.
I think it's a good idea.
So you're not
Do it.
thinking what I'm going to do is inherently evil. That's what I'm just making sure, because what I'm going to
Wait,
do
what are you
is
doing?
I mean,
Wait,
you're
what do you mean inherently
prisoner.
evil? You're just going to barricade, right?
no, I'm going to tie them up against their will, despite the fact that we've been treating them good, but we can't take the risk that they are going to suddenly turn on us. So what
Well-
I'm necessarily doing is going to be a little
tying
bit.
them up.
Oh,
Tying them up.
they're evil alignment. We
Yeah, so
can't trust them, but you're not doing anything to torture them, so I wouldn't exactly call it evil.
no, but I'm just saying I'm all right. Yeah, that's fine.
Just securing prisoners isn't evil.
Yeah.
I
Securing
grabbed
them is not evil.
some of the dwarves and GIF.
Okay.
To dwarf to GIF.
Okay.
I think there were also GIF that were guarding them.
Yeah, there are.
So just get all the people guarding them to tie them up. Hope you got good rope use.
No, but there's enough GIF to manhandle them, so to speak.
Do we go on?
I mean, you can still get overwhelmed by numbers.
Yeah.
How many are you taking with you, Lafdul? There's 2 gift guarding the door.
I'm taking 2 more GIF and 2 dwarfs with me.
Okay. All right, you can go ahead and roll for next round initiative.
Do I roll for initiative? Or
No, you don't need to.
It's not going to matter.
And I should say that in terms of missile fire and offensive spells, which you can only, like personal missile fire, bows, crossbows, that kind of thing, you can only do that when the other ship is in the same hex as you, but because of the nature of combat, you do not roll for initiative for that. If you're choosing, you still have to declare that you're going to do that at the beginning of a round. So oftentimes it's better to do that when you're planning to move into their hex. You can still get those off the second you move into their hex. So just as an FYI. All right. So
Okay, we still have a magical catapult shot.
Did they react at all?
So Braxon, they are signaling to you that the price is negotiable, but we know you have the item, and it is of extreme importance. It would be very meaningful if you would sell the item to us.
Braxon gets that relayed down the speaking tube.
Levas screams up, "Why don't you tell them that we got rid of the last ship, and they should be careful?
I don't want them to know our capabilities.
They
Right,
might be
Braxon.
frightened."
Yeah, I
Braxon,
doubt it. They're a
definitely
bigger
not.
ship.
Braxon signals back very slowly. What item are you talking about?
Okay. They have moved closer,
Yeah.
so you can now move.
You got 4 this time, was it, Lever?
Yes.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to
4, 6.
do it?
No, you do it. 2, 4, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So Lafdul, you take some crew members down and tie up the kobolds and the orcs. The kobolds are still completely bewildered, and they don't really resist that much. I mean, there's some like, wait, what are you doing? And then a realization and a resignation. The orcs resist, but they don't fight back. So it's tough to get them all tied up. So it'll take the next round of doing that as well to complete that.
I mean, if a fight's going to look like it's breaking out, I'm casting Hope Person on them.
All right. Okay, so go ahead and roll for initiative.
Fast this time.
Yeah.
Okay, Braxon, they signal back to you. It is a relic of great importance to us. It is a large emerald. And as we said, we have many valuables that we are willing to trade. Name your price.
Braxon repeats it down the thing.
There is no price. We go on.
Yeah. Braxton says, I'm afraid we have nothing like that to trade.
Okay. They're clearly picking up speed now.
Yeah.
So are we. So are we.
We need to
Oops.
get out of here.
Well, maybe we're
Uh-oh.
not.
They're faster than you, Lever.
I guess so.
And let's see. So you signal back that you're still unwilling?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
And
may
this is when they can
suicide.
shoot us.
This is where we all die, you know.
Yeah, that's where we all die.
She's the pessimism.
What?
Okay. Braxon, you can now see a weapon port opening on one side, and a ballista bolt fires out at your vessel.
Braxton shouts, brace for impact! Beware of teleporting people.
And it crosses well behind you.
Nice. Might be a warning shot, though.
If it's just one fire, then that was a warning shot.
Alright, so Lafdul continues to tie up your orcs and kobolds. And you can move.
6 now, is it?
Yep.
Ping. We're eight hexes away from it. We've got to get 20 hexes away from it.
Okay.
And it seems to be able to follow us.
Let's see how many hexes to the edge of the map. Because
Yeah, we might have to move.
yeah, I'm gonna have to move. Alright, you got 2 rounds and you're at the edge of the map.
Okay, well,
That's fine. Well, yeah, I'll
drag
move
us,
when
drag us to the other end.
yeah, I'll move when we get to that point. Alright, so go ahead and roll for initiative.
What I don't like is Lever got a really good roll, and they still went before us, and seem to move faster than us.
Yes, that's
Yeah, well, that's what happens when they got
very
a better
that
helm
is.
than us. Whatever it is. Don't think any of us know in game.
Better helmsman.
Actually, who is in the in the helms room now?
It's just like everyone except Lafdul. It seems like.
Yeah.
And Braxon.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, there's
Oh,
some
okay.
crew on the top deck. But...
Well, yes, but I meant player-wise, everyone but you two.
You got long duration buffing spells you might want to start casting, and mine's only moderate duration.
Right. Braxton's watching the ship with a telescope, try and work out what speed they've got.
All right. So Braxon, they signal again. We cannot take no for an answer. Stop your vessel, or it will be stopped, and we will acquire the item by force. We would prefer not to. We have no interest in fighting for this, but we must have the item. And
I
then they
doubt
move.
I had time to recover a prayer spell
Oh.
after casting the contact home power.
No.
No, it wouldn't be a. I was expecting combat spells, but
I think we'd be rather stupid to try and attack those.
I think they got the same speed as Lever.
All right, you see
Depends.
2 ports open on the front of the ship, and a pair of catapult shots come
Can we
flying
tell what
out
size they are?
towards you. No, you cannot.
Yeah.
You will.
Right.
You may know when it hits, if it hits.
Well, they've already fired a warning shot. Braxon's going to shout, "Brace for impact! Return fire when you can."
Question:
Yes.
Are the shuttle or the flitter faster?
No, it's on the helmsman.
Okay.
The shuttle's got a minor helm, so it will be slower.
Yeah,
Alright.
I thought that somebody could fly off of the artifact to try to get them off our tails.
Yeah,
You could-
unfortunately, a minor helm gives less power, depending on the helmsman. So you're always going to be better off with the big ship. Where the little ship's better is they can turn fast.
All right. So one of the catapult shots crosses across your bow. The other one slams into the side of your ship for 4 whole points of damage.
All that repair work.
Yeah.
Look on the bright side, if we actually win this fight, that ship should
Yeah.
be worth a fair bit.
Can we return fire?
It is your turn, and yes, you can return fire at any point during your turn.
Right.
How many tiles does projectiles fly?
Well, we've got
We should shoot before we move.
we've got a magical catapult.
You got a magical
Shot.
ballista. Oh, magical catapult shot, right?
Yeah. It feels. It just feels like it's covered in fine grit, and we think it causes a cloud of something to fill the other ship. And we've also bought 2 dust shots and 1 snow shot.
You might as well use them.
Yeah, we've got 2
Cheaper than
catapults.
any whole. Wow.
We have 2 catapults.
Can we still move after shooting?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, that's me. I don't want me.
So keep in mind that only things on the aft and port quarters can fire right now, given the positioning of your craft. So how many weapons are you firing?
So we'll have to fire the blisters. They're at the back, aren't they?
Well, they're up higher, and yeah, I
I'm
think
not
one
quite
of them
sure
is
about-
one of them is turreted. The magic one is turreted, I think.
We've got one. We've got another weapon. We've got the magical ballista, which is in the hilt. So we'd be firing that. Are you saying the catapults only fire forward?
I believe so. One of them might be able to get to this from the port side. Let me double check.
Kind of useless if they only fire forwards.
Well, I mean, they're not great when you're trying to run away. They're great if you're moving
Yeah.
into it to fight,
Yeah.
but that's just the nature of these things. Let's see. You have forward, starboard, port. So
Can we
Let's
get
see.
Lever to do anything like rotate the ship around to?
that would use up SR.
Okay, fair enough. Okay,
What
I guess
way we-
we're firing 3 catapults.
You can get
What way
you
we-
can get
three ballistas.
no, you can get 2 ballistas because one is on the other side. It can only fire to the port. You can
Okay.
fire the one on the shuttle. You can fire the
Yeah.
second one that's on the starboard observation deck, and you can fire the Just barely, you can fire the starboard catapult.
Oh, cool.
Let's
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Use the magic stuff, probably.
Right. Who wants to roll for what?
Ockar was the one who usually rolls them.
What are we firing?
We're firing a magical We're firing a magical ballista. The one ordinary ballista from the right side, is it? Port side.
Starboard side.
And one starboard side, starboard ballista, and a starboard catapult. And the starboard catapult will be firing the. We've probably missed now. I've said it. It'll be firing the unknown thing. That's the thing covered in grit.
I'll roll for that catapult then.
Okay, don't miss.
No pressure. Are we using?
You just roll in a d20.
Well, catapult malfunctions and breaks down. Does not fire the shot, however.
Okay.
Carry the shot over to the next.
Well, the problem is that the other catapult, only fires to the.
I want to roll the next few ones because my dice are cursed.
I'll roll the normal ballista then.
I'm tying people up, so.
It's going just the way we're used to.
I think I've missed as well.
Yep. All right, who's
Right?
Just the way we're used to.
Somebody else roll a high number.
who's rolling the other one?
What is it?
All right, I guess I'll do it.
All right.
Okay.
This is a magical ballista, which also misses.
All right, but that magical ballista has added range, not added chance to hit.
Yeah.
All right, unfortunately, all three of your shots do go... Well, I mean, two of your shots go wide, and the third one, the catapult broke down. So this is going well. It's going well.
Sounds like the company
If
of
I-
the broken sword, yes.
Tied up the prisoners yet? How long
Yeah,
is this
yeah, I
taking?
said you've got them tied up. You can now return to the...
I want to keep 4 gift posted there.
Okay.
Lafdul walks into the helm's room and sees everybody crying in there.
All right, so roll for initiative, please.
Don't we need to move around?
Oh yeah, we didn't move yet.
Oh, yep. Please do so.
We've got
How
six.
far away are the prisoners to us?
They're down on the lowest level. Lowest deck.
Are they in the hold or
Not the hold, no, because the hold is up.
lowest level?
Which is technically up from you, because you're on the reverse gravity.
Yeah.
That's
That
kind
was
of
a good move.
All right, go ahead and roll for initiative, please.
That's kind of annoying that we missed.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right, you're going first.
So if we get to the edge of the map, does that mean we escape?
No, you have to be 20 away at the end of a round.
So let's try and first shoot. Go ahead and shoot.
Takes time to reload.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could try flipping the ship 180 degrees, but we'll lose speed doing that.
No,
Yeah,
let's
just
go
keep
ahead. Let's
Going, we get a gauge of their
Yeah.
speed as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're doing 6 hex per round, which means we'll never get away from them.
No, but if we can fire in their line of path, then that means they have to avoid them.
Yeah.
And they can't shoot at us because we're always going to be moving away from the projectiles.
Mm-hmm.
So you're up first. Move.
We're up
Just
first.
going in the same direction.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
shoot
keep
for
going.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so we're going
You just-
here.
Bolting for the exit at this point.
How many hexes is that? That's
6.
They can catch up. So.
Oh, it moved 5 hex. From what Braxon thinks with his catapult.
Catapult, yeah.
Telescope.
You
Telescope.
catapulted
so
yourself
they're
over there to get
Spyglass.
close inspection.
they're
Yeah,
actually
it don't-
lower.
Well, they
he
might be
have read,
pretending.
He might have read his telescope wrong. Oh, here we go. Why don't you just move to the other end of the map? Oh, you have, pretty much.
Almost, yeah. There was just something in the way, so I couldn't get it all the way down.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll again.
Mhm.
Anyone else doing anything other than what you got?
Braxon, or actually Ockar, maybe we should switch. You roll for the speed, and I roll for the catapult.
Fine. You want me to roll it right now?
Oh, it's okay. As time goes on, Leva seems to roll higher and higher.
We haven't reloaded yet, have we?
No. Next round you'll be able to fire those 2 ballistas again. Okay, you're able to move again.
God, my head hurts.
Right.
It's Tyr telling you you've got spells. Having to comprehend all the spells suddenly.
So we can't repair the catapult in any meaningful time, can we?
No.
Not short of a limited wish spell.
Oh, could someone like Finn use a mending spell? Mend a catapult.
You mean shape wood or something?
Yeah.
Because wizards have got mending.
Yeah, Finn doesn't have mending. Solas, if he memorized it,
Yeah.
could.
Braxon,
and yes, that if he
Braxon-
succeeds on the roll, that might fix it.
Braxon yells down the speaking tube. Has anyone got a spell that can mend the catapult?
Sorry, no.
However,
That'd be a good spell to get on the scroll.
I mean, the other thing is that at this point now, the enemy vessel is well in your rear firing arc. Your catapults can't fire in that direction anyway.
Yeah.
And in fact,
Yeah,
let me actually move you guys over. Since you're going at an angle, I'm going to move you guys over a bit.
Get the catches up at some point.
There we go.
This is called instant teleportation.
Okay, so did we already roll or not? I can't remember.
Well,
Did we move with that 19?
We
think we did.
moved.
We did.
They
All right.
haven't moved.
so we roll
No,
again.
they did. They did.
They
If
did.
you did. If you did, then they did. Yeah.
So we roll.
Okay.
All right. So roll for initiative again.
I've got a feeling we might not be able to drop off these visitors.
And for the rest of the game, they just kept going and going.
Yeah, they'll just follow us forever. Ooh.
But we can shoot this time. We can shoot.
Rear firing weapons, which we don't.
Yeah. Go ahead and move.
Can we shoot again?
Yes. However, one of your weapons is out of range. The magic weapon is within range.
Right. Who wants to roll for the magic ballista? Finn?
Alright, I'll go
Yeah.
for it.
It's the second roll. He must. He'll roll high.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Not so much.
higher than last time.
It teased
so
us
much.
with that 16 for a second.
Now let me double check something.
Do you want me to roll a d20 as well?
No, yours is broken.
We'll see.
What
Only
is
one of
your
them
what
was
is
in
your
range.
Thaco with that weapon?
His-
Thaco with the Thaco with a magical. Hang on, that's the hill. Yeah, that is the hill.
It's only got plus range, not to hit.
It'll be the same as a regular medium ballista. So
Hang on, I've got medium catapult written on the dolphin shuttle. It's not meant to be a catapult. It's meant to be a ballista.
looks like it's 14. So yeah, that is a miss.
Yeah,
Okay. So you can go ahead and move then.
I will have to fix that when we're not fighting. Right, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 6.
You need to saddle your mount, Ockar,
What?
in case you decide to fly, or is it already saddled?
I guess I could have it sound. I don't know.
What we do is we let Beowulf and Ockar get off, and then they they
Well,
fight.
I mean,
They fight the
if we-
dreadnought while we fly away. That's fair, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it seems that's perfect. Yeah, because you know, it totally can go at 1 hex per round. That's not something that this thing could fly around. No.
They
Okay, you
just
might
have to-
want to put on your armor as well.
I think he's got his armor on here. No one
Yeah,
was asleep.
Okay.
we were being at battle stations when we came into the sphere.
However, it is about time to end the session, so we're going to have to find out if these guys can catch up with you, or if they have any shenanigans in mind next time.
Yeah, I think they got shenanigans in mind.
You do seem to be a little bit faster than they are right now.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
they're
they're
going to
gonna
have to
all
do something about that.
They're all going to teleport on board, aren't they?
Yeah, but we're all in the, except for you, we're all in the helm's room ready to repel them.
maybe they
Yeah,
held Braxon hostage. You teleport Braxon off.
They're
Therefore, we
gonna-
can't teleport in
Hey.
because everybody is in the helm's room.
Even with Braxon gone, we could just keep flying.
Wow. You're
terrible.
just climbing that chain of command, aren't you, Ockar?
Terrible.
Abandoning
I'll be
your
guessing
friend.
soon.
So,
They'll
next
teleport
time,
somewhere else.
we'll find out how this plays out with this vessel that just wants to talk, just wants to purchase an item from you. They said they have good stuff, but I mean, you guys don't even want to talk to them.
I mean, they
We have a job to do.
really want to talk directly to our brains with their beaks.
The thing is, Ald, is if they don't kill us all, we'll get that stuff for free anyway.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Depends
The
if
one
they
thing
blow
we,
them
the
up.
one thing we have learned from this adventure is never trust an Illithid.
I mean, they have been completely upfront
Yeah.
about everything. They
You're going to
insist-
murder you.
they were more than happy to trade for this item.
Yeah.
They've got nothing that would be worth an artifact.
Well, it's not that we.
I don't care what the GM says. He's got nothing.
Just saying.
We
The thing
made a deal to deliver it.
Yeah.
They would
We
have
gotta
to
get out of here.
trade an artifact of equivalent value.
All right. So XP wise, Braxon, Finn, Ockar, Leva, and Solas. That is going to be 400 experience points each, and
400.
Lafdul 600.
600.
Lafdul gets more for ink related stuff.
Yeah.
No,
It's probably from the talking bit.
Solas was doing that too, and he didn't get any extra. May have been something else. I'm assuming that no one is going up a level from that.
No.
Oh, was it to do with my transformation?
Yeah. You
Really?
shook
Wouldn't
up
that
the
be-
status quo, all right.
So does that go to my mischiefmaker? That extra $200.
Yeah, no, actually, that's a good point. That would go to your priest. That would go to your priest. That is a good point. So we'll be back next week, same time, which technically it is now earlier since we are on daylight savings time or standard time again. So we will see you guys then. Thanks for watching,
Thanks for the
everyone.
game.
Thanks for having us.
Take care, all.
Yeah.